immediately failing every single time I open a stream. That's okay. Anyways, alright. Y'all know what time it is. It's fucking roach comic time. Roach comic, roach comic. You can run, but you can't hide from the fuck-ass roach comic. Save me. Anyways, oh wait, actually no, I don't do that. I do the frame button first, right? No, I import a frame. Haha. My favorite. I love this one. It's honestly so peak. Is that right? Maybe? Okay, probably around the right size. I really should do all the frame layouts before I start doing these things, but every time I don't bother to. I think it's kind of stupid on my end, but oh well. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. Wait, actually, hold on. Apparently there's a, wait, no, like this, and then like this, I think. Control points? Ooh, okay. Wait, so can you do this? If I like select this and then move it over like that? Ooh, okay. So I'm trying to figure out how this works. I really do not use this often, but that's okay. Oh, that's not the right button either. Where is it? Oh, frames, here it is. And then you use the vertices, right? Which is right here. Ah, interesting, okay. Yeah, something like this would work, right? Cool. Anyways. Oh jeez, my computer sounds like it's about to explode, but that's okay. That's normal. Sadly, but anyways. Alright, anyways, we're back on my bullshit. Bullshit being roach comic. Okay. What happened last time when I was working on it? Oh, right, he was... What the fuck? Wait, what is... Oh, okay. I know what I was trying to draw here. I know what's up. Sorry, every time I like come back to this, I'm always a little confused about what I was trying to draw last time because I sometimes have like a pretty long break in between these pages. But okay. Oh geez, why is my art is so inconsistent sometimes? It's kind of impressive. Anyways. Okay. On to the real shit. The true artistic practices that I have decided that I will bestow upon this world. Yeah. Roach comic. This is all I do, isn't it? Hey, whatever. Oh wait, no, he's supposed to be walking, I guess, a little... How do I draw his nose again? Oh, right, this. Okay. And then eraser, pen. Nope. Jesus, I haven't drawn in this beautiful ass art style in so long. I'm very confused. That's okay. This is also 110% how heads work, and this is not just me coming up with shit. Oh god. You know what? No, this is peak artistic expression, okay? This is what I'm here for. Yeah. That's what I'm creating. I guess. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Let me just check. Sorry, I keep forgetting how his face looks. Because I'm weirdly inconsistent with things sometimes. So I'm just gonna, like, just check my Roach comic. So I know I'm gonna go bookmark this shit on Twitter just so I can remember it. Okay. So he has this scar on this eye. That's a fucking clown ass looking scar. Gotta get that nice, extremely thick brow in there. Yeah. This is what I'm here for, guys. This is what I'm here for. Anyways. What is this? Oh, some random ass music. Okay. Anyways. This is odd. That's okay. Anyways. I started a stream so late today. My bad. Oh well. I was originally gonna stream earlier today, but then, well, one, I did fall asleep a little earlier, so I woke up a little too late to start making dinner. So I ended up, like, basically I finished cooking around the time when stream usually starts, so it took me a while to eat. And then afterwards, I started reading this manhwa, and I got really obsessed with it. Like, I got really into it because it had a really interesting plot, and then I just kind of, like, zoned out for, like, 2 hours or so. Which is why this stream is very late right now, but, yeah, sorry about that. Is this enough shoulder? Or should we like, I don't know. Is this acceptable amount of shoulder, or do I need more shoulder? Like, get banned for this tiny amount of shoulder. This is gonna be another room in his house. So he's gonna walk to a really shoddily drawn room. A door thing. I don't know, this is like an entrance to a room or some shit. I don't fucking care. Yeah, something like that. And then he's gonna... Okay, well, first of all, no referring to other layers here. That, and then... No, hold on. I gotta yassify him a little bit more. Gotta make him more yassified. There we go. Gorgeous. His hairline's a little high, but it's okay. He does not have any type of balding. Okay. Anyways. Let's go with some more little random question marks here. Just to... I definitely do need to figure out how to express things a little better, but it's okay. Also, I'm aware that I haven't finished my illustration, my previous illustration from last week, or last stream. Fuck my life. This one. But I'll finish it later. I'm just gonna finish a couple pages of this first, and then I might work on it. But you know. Hello? What? No. Oh, right. I forgot that was a thing. Okay. There we go. And then now we get to do a little Nice little bit of choop choop. There we go. And obviously the hair needs to be like this as well. And then go down to here. Anyways, I read this really random ass manhwa today. Well, actually, I read a couple. I read, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. How am I already really bad at? Oh, An Insincere Idol's Blank Slate. The one I just finished was, Broken Melody, I believe. And then I read another one that was, I read at least 3 manhwas today. Oh, I read a Celeb Lady, I believe, as well today. Or was that yesterday? I don't know. Anyways, there was one more. The Strongest Characters in the World Are Obsessed with Me. That's the one I was reading. Yeah, I remember that one. That one was the one I was reading, at school today. Like, in between my classes. Because I had a really, really long break in between my 2 classes. I had, like, a 2-hour break, but it's, like, 2 hours where it's, like, not, like, where you can't go home. Anyways, hello! Welcome to the stream. I'm creating Peak, obviously. I will work on this, and then I actually haven't, well, y'all know, but I haven't finished my previous drawing either, so I'll work on that one probably later if I still have the energy to. If not, I'll just work on it on my own time, and then I'll just post it, but for now, we'll just do it like this. I think I'm creating really, really peak art right now, and, fucking Leonardo da Vinci got nothing on this shit I'm making. Well, I mean, he's dead, so he can't say anything anyways. But you know what I mean. Anyways, we gotta get a gray layer here too. Let's do a little bloop. Fuck my chungus life. Forgot that oh shit. Ignore him. He's doing his best, okay? Cool. That works. Anyways, and then I'm gonna do wand. No. Fuck my chungus life. Invert this, delete everything, and then you can use alpha lock and then just gray this out like this approximately, and then I think you can do that with this part. Okay, let's get some nice little random lines in the background for shading. This is how you guys create art, right? This is art, if you believe so. This is a door, by the way. I don't know if it's obvious. It's not particularly well drawn. Well, technically it's like an open, like, passage hallway thing here. But, you know, it's like the same idea as a door, so I'm just gonna call it a door. Also, I don't know if I fuck with open ending stories. I feel like they're kind of annoying. Hello, hello. Greetings from Mexico. What a long name. But what a long list of descriptors, I guess? I don't even know. Well, I get, is that, can I call that a list of description? I don't really know, right? That's yeah, like, I mean, I guess, but then, like, Megalodon, am I a shark now? I don't, that's okay. Anyways, the woman was left absolutely speechless. Anyways, where was I? Oh shit, right, I was over here. I needed, no, hello? Okay. Let me see. I have some effect tools, but I'm not sure if they'll be useful for this part. I was like thinking if I want to add an effect here, but then I was like, maybe not, you know? Ooh, or, you know how in some shoujo... Why? Why is the glitter so tiny? What the fuck? You know how in like some shoujo mangas, they got like the glitter path to like the magical glitter path thing going on? I kind of think I want to like add that in here, but hold on, let me just I gotta like turn down the colors or lack thereof. I don't really know. Okay, let's go with that, and then we gotta get that magical trail of colors, of light, that nobody really knows where it's from, but it's like where it leads you to the love interest or some bullshit. Yeah, let's go with that. It's not particularly obvious, but it's also not that bad, I think, right? Cool. Anyways. Guys, I'm creating peak art here, okay? Anyways, I think I'll finish one spread and then I'll work on the other thing. So I'll finish 2 pages and then I have, fuck my life. Sorry, I have so many of these pages. I'm trying to think how I should like section them off. I need to finish at least these 2. And then I'll finish maybe 2 more tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see. But I want to finish it. Hello. Yes, idea. This idea may be implemented wing it. Yeah, but the thing is I kind of want to get it done before like February 15th. Cuz it's a cup sleeve event. So I kind of want to make physical copies of this so that I can hand it out for shits and giggles. But you know, this is not why I have access to the print lab, by the way. This is like how I get banned from the print lab one day, but it's okay. I give myself a deadline, but I also have like a lot of other homework that I need to do. I'm thinking of that fucking animation and I'm like about to like kill myself. I have to do a 50-page animation. Who the hell? Why? And it's all traditional too. Man, whatever. 50 frames. I guess if I do a 12 frame per second, that's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds of animation. That's crazy. Oh, wait, which one were you earlier? I don't... I'm trying to think of which one you were. Also, nice. Bingus. Like the cat thing? I'm assuming? I'm not great at recognizing people, I'm sorry. Especially not with username changes, but it's okay. This is peak. I like how this is the only way I actually know how to draw his hair. I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. It's a little bit of a choice on my end. Shadow. I will say I don't think I'm using as fine of a brush in chapter 2 as I did in chapter 1. I feel like chapter 1 had more detail in the art. Oh well, hopefully I won't get scolded for downgrading the art by absolutely no one in particular. But I feel like the art's downgraded. What the fuck is this room? I think it's supposed to be where I just have the book. Was this the kitchen? I don't know what the X thing here is for. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go check real quick. Also, my charger is like breaking itself. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyways, I'll just let my charger charge. But I definitely, the good thing about posting your art online all the time is that you could always go back to a previous stream just to figure out what the fuck you were on. Where is it? Was it Roach comic time? Yeah, probably. No, hold on. Oh no, that was the first edition of the comic. Hold on. Where's the second edition? Yes, this one. Maybe? Or the stream before that? I don't remember. I'm trying to see, because I remember writing it down at one point or another. I don't remember why I created this one frame, which is not a great move on my end, you know? Because it's like, usually when you're like making things, you kind of have like an idea of why you made it in the first place. But I fear this is one of the ones that I'm a little bit more confused about why I made this. I feel like I'm being like, I'm gaslighting myself at this point, but it's okay. I swear I streamed my my Roach comic. Oh, it was this stream. Okay, here it is. Was it? Wait, sorry, let me just check real quick. Where is this? Oh yes, okay, here it is. I found it. Okay, what was this one? Okay, so this is the kitchen. That's what this was. I was like, what the fuck is this X thing? Sorry, I do have to sometimes look back at my old streams just to figure out what the hell I was trying to draw. My bad. I don't do it often, because usually I just, like, finish everything all at once, but it's okay. Okay, so this is the kitchen. What the fuck does the kitchen look like? Jesus. This is what happens when you only make one drawing, like, when you make your drawings really random. But you still, for some reason, want to, like, have some level of, like, coherency in, like, everything, which is really stupid. Because, like, what am I making? Like, truly, what am I creating? Not much. Okay, so there's the kitchen. This is a very no reference, just vibes as kitchen, also known as I just don't want to search up a reference for a kitchen right now. Especially not one during this time period. I'm gonna go with maybe like, because this is technically a medieval roach AU. I'm gonna make it, oh my fucking god, hold on. I need a, how do I do this? Wait, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna add a moderation thing here first. And then I'll delete that. Mod management? No, block terms and phrases. SMMT. What is it? Hype. Here, I'm just adding things on here just so that it stops, getting sent, because it's really annoying. Okay, that works. yeah, that keeps happening. Anyways, They've gotten creative. I think they realized that the stream boo thing has been blocked from my channel now, so they have to like resort to like new ones. So I'm just like adding the terms on my moderation thing every time they add a new one, but I fail miserably. It's okay though. Got my lovely mod who will strike people with the ban hammer. Anyways, we're gonna... What the fuck does an oven look like? I'll just, you know what? I'll just paint this black. Lol. Nice. Solid decision on my end. This is a stovetop, I guess. I don't really know how people cook. And then over here you can have like your little ingredients shelf, maybe. Or ingredients as in like weapons. No, kitchen utensils shelf. I think that's what I drew in this one. I'm not gonna really like copy exactly how I had the original like utensil kitchen supply thing like order, because I don't really care that much. But I do want to like just kind of give it the vibe that this is in fact a kitchen, and yeah. And then I need one more item here, which is a large spatula spoon thing. I can't tell if I was trying to draw a spatula or a spoon, so we're just gonna go with this shape and just hope that it's the right one. Yeah. Anyways. Do we fuck with his music? It's different from the previous ones. This is a French instrumental music playlist, I guess. I'm just going off of YouTube, so I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. It's also just like not the greatest either. So, you know. I think it's just mostly me not really caring too much about instrumental music, but like also it's easy and I won't have to like really bother adjusting the temperature, like volume that much, but you know. Fuck my Chungus life, I forgot that I was gonna do that. Yes, this is how stupid eyes work. See, the thing is, he has shoulders, right? So I'm like, gotta like add in the shoulders every fucking turn. Anyways. Something like this, right? Okay, this is the kitchen and it's empty as fuck. I feel like he's not yaoi-ful enough, and I feel like it's a crime. You must become more yaoi-ful. How did I draw your face last time? Is it the lack of this near eyelid thing? Well, you have a different vibe than the cockroach, so that's the issue here. Yes, right, I forgot. Your eyes at the back should have an upturn. That's always the problem. I was like, you look too kind. It's unsettling. Anyways. I need to like go touch grass tomorrow, like genuinely, just so I can avoid people like coming into my apartment. I don't wanna deal with that. Obviously, I gotta color in his scrumptious lips as well. I don't actually give a fuck about his lips, but it's for the vibes. So, you know. Okay. There we go. You know what would be really funny if I did like the Chad face one day on them. Ugh, whatever. It's okay. He's, wow, gorgeous. I'm creating a masterpiece, guys. I'm truly creating a masterpiece. Also, I'm gonna give him an extra oven thingy mabobber because I feel like in my heart they own 2 oven thingies instead of 1 oven thingy. I don't know if this is accurate to how people cooked back then, but I need something to fill up the space, so don't judge me. Also, it's made of stone because I think that makes sense to me. Because then it won't get burnt, right? Whenever you're cooking. Anyways, bloop, 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 bloop. Do you select? Pen, choo choo, choo 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 choo. E. No, pen, X. What else do I need? Okay, let's do a gray layer first then. So that was not a gray layer, but that's okay. What I need is for this guy to be deleted out of here. This is not Yahwehful at all. Also, I saw that there was a new episode of Shiba Yugi, but apparently they like they adapted Chie's death scene so wrong. It's like she's supposed to have her generational crash out. Like, why? Whatever. Anyways, I haven't watched it yet just because I haven't had time this week so far, but I will go watch it probably after the stream because I'm curious about how they adapted her death, but also like I just heard it wasn't great for novel readers because it was just not faithful to the original. But anyways, but I will see. That series has mildly taken over my life though, but that's not the point. I like my little death games. I feel like most people who I know like are aware of that. But anyways, let's add a nice little shadow here. Or hold on. Whoa, we're getting some fancy ass lighting situation. Okay, trust. Not crazy. Well, maybe I am, but it's okay. Nice. We're getting some nice little fancy lighting in this household because I've decided to. This is a free country and I make stupid decisions anyways, so I might as well like lock into them. Nice. Okay. Very, very solid drawing, methinks. Honestly, I have no idea. But it's okay. Okay. You know what? That's pretty solid, I think, as a drawing, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it's decent, maybe it's not. My opinion doesn't matter. There we go. Kitchen utensils. Cool. Okay, and then he goes to this part, which is where he finds him, because he was like, where is he? Blah 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 blah. It's also really cold. I feel like I'm always just really cold and it sucks, but it's okay. I wish I had a brush with more texture. Oh, was this one the one I was using? Okay, fine. It's a really awkward angle to draw from, but it's okay. It's like a shitty comic anyways. Honestly, y'all, I create very peak back drawings, profiles from the back, I guess. Is that the, I don't know what the fuck it's called. I'm great at this. I'm goated as fuck. I am definitely making something. Whether it's art or not is another question, but it sure is something. And no, of course his shoulders are not expanding every fucking time I draw him. That would be crazy. Oh, sorry. I just, okay, I got a notification on my phone, right? I checked it, and it was one of my friends being like, what are you doing right now? And I'm like, oh, so I'm drawing a roach comic. And I just realized how awkward it is. It's okay, maybe she'll see it, maybe she won't. I don't know. Last time, to be fair, last time she messaged me something like this, she made me like, we ended up going outside at like 11 p.m. So. She's very confuzzled. Here, you know what? I'll send her a photo. Anyways. That's crazy. I was right though. She was asking me to go outside right now and I'm like, I don't want to, but anyways. Alright. He's supposed to, like, go into... Well, he's not supposed to go into the room. I don't know... Okay, I don't know the logistics of the doors in this household. I don't know if y'all know about that yet, but, like... Or can tell by now. Oh, hello, welcome back. But, you know, I have some questionable decisions. Yeah, don't you fuck with it? Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it gorgeous? I was thinking I could make it bigger, but like basically I'm just like expanding the shoulders whenever I can. But yeah, one of my friends just texted me being like, "Hey, do you want to go outside?" Because she's bored. I'm streaming, but so I was like, no. And she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm making a Roach comic," and she's a little concerned, a little more confused. But yeah, I'm gonna go explain the plot to her one day. Probably soon, because we do have, like, 2-1 class together. So I can always just yap to her about it after class. But yeah. I was like, we need to have like a whole sit down situation here, because yeah, she doesn't know I stream though, I think. I don't remember if I told her about it. So anyways. Yeah. Anyways, I'm drawing our lovely protagonist, our lovely roach fucker number 1, reading his book. Which, you know, this is, I think, more of... definitely one of the closer to normal faces that I've drawn. Yeah. Yeah, this is... I really shouldn't refer to him as roach fucker number 1, huh? Yeah, well, yeah, that's... Huh. We gotta, like, come up with names for them. Well, technically they already have, like, names, because they are, like... This is basically a fanfiction comic type thing. Yo. If you look closely at any of these fucking faces, this is about the closest to normal you're gonna get, I fear. This is genuinely one of the most normal faces you are about to get from me. Oh wait, she does know I stream. I forgot about that. Whoops. Anyways, could have just told her I was streaming. I just totally forgot about that. Here. Like, look at these faces. Like, they're, at least his, fuck my life. His chin may be pointy, but, like, his pointy chin isn't curving. So that's a win. I will say, I think the most normal page I've done is probably this one right here. But, you know, I could be a lot worse with the chins. It could be even longer. You know, I make great decisions artistically and such. But yeah. I will say, I've drawn his fucking outfit so many goddamn times that I have it, like, against my will memorized. So, that's great. At least I don't have to think. Not that it... Don't starve? What's that? No, they got much better, proportions than whatever the fuck this is. This is inspired by, hold on. Let me just show you what we're working with here, okay? Okay, wait, hold on. Shit. I wish there was a way to be able to copy paste images into OBS instead of importing them. Anyways, I'll show it on here. Let me just make a new board. Just ignore this for now. So basically, if y'all have ever seen any of those like questionably proportioned like 90s BL like comics, this is kind of what I'm going with. And of course, the hold on. And of course, we forgot the classic, the beautiful classic. So basically, what we're going with is this. I don't know. Maybe. This is like my mood board, okay? This is what we're going with. Well, actually, there's a little bit of difference here because there's also some other small things. Like, we gotta get some more questionable hand proportions as well. We forgot about that. You know, just a beautiful board of inspiration for me. Yeah. So this is basically kind of what we're going with. I don't make particularly good decisions in my life, but you know, yeah, so mostly we're going off of this guy right here, this guy, and this guy, except I didn't fuck with the rounder chins. I feel like I want them all to have like the sharp ass chins because I think it's funnier. Anyways, back to this. So basically, I have both my characters here. My characters. They have different proportions, obviously. So this is my frail little fucking omega ass bastard. I mean, who said that? Why would I ever call him that? That's crazy. I would never call him an omega in public. Yeah, I would. Anyways, he has like these tiny little frail dainty hands, as you can tell from the not chicken feet looking hand here. And he has like very, very small proportions compared to Mr. Shoulders as wide as the fucking ocean. Yeah. Doing art is a great life decision, guys. You know, you can do so much with it. You can change the world one shitty comic at a time. Change the world for a better or worse place is like a side issue, but you know. Okay, it's obviously worst for the world to see this shit, but it's okay. La la la. Yes, my beautiful, frail ass omega. If I can make one person smile. Honestly, no. I'm more on the side of if I can make one person question my sanity, then I'm doing great. And whenever I'm drawing stuff like this, I'm like, I need somebody to be questioning every single life decision that I have made up until now. Like, that is personally what I aspire to do. Cause I'm like making good art is like fine and all, but like you know what's even more fun? Making like really, really shitty art. Like just drawing really, really shitty art. Also, I am aware that the architecture style in this place is a little questionable, but I don't care. So, like, yes, I'm aware that we had an arch window earlier, and now we're having a square window. Would that look really weird from the outside? Yes. Do I also have a drawing of the outside of the house earlier? Yes. Am I following any of those? No, never. Anyways, my ice melted. My ice melting is basically my indication of, I should probably go drink some water. But you know. To each their own. Glug, glug, glug. Water. It's really cold though. Shocking. Anyways, I got a healthy amount of water now. I will not become dehydrated, chat, trust. Probably. Anyways. My sleeve. I'm just using my sleeve to wipe water real quick. I did drop a couple drips. Okay, back to this. I don't know what I'm doing here. Is this how... Where is he sitting? Who cares? What room is he in? Yeah, who cares? Did I draw earlier? Maybe. Or I swear to God, I may have just give him, like, a blank background. Oh, yeah, no, I gave him, like, a chair and a dream. Okay, I guess he doesn't have a window behind him. Well, does logic really matter in this comic? I mean, I kind of want some things to be consistent. Like, I don't want to, like, be, like, very obviously, like, oh, he's, like, transferred rooms in the meantime. That doesn't fucking make sense. So I'll give him his previous wall room back, I guess. I was thinking maybe I could put it into like a Harry Potter situation where he's like underneath stairs, but I was like, nah, he wouldn't read underneath the stairs. I mean, he would read underneath the stairs, like, as a character, but like I feel like at this point in time he's like still like chilling, so he's just gonna be reading somewhere in the house, I guess. I don't fucking know. La la la, this is very incoherent, but that's okay. Anyways, I realized that I'm not the best at human interaction. I mean, shocking nobody. But especially, like, when it comes to, like, just having a regular conversation with somebody. Because, like, if I know somebody's, like, into something that I like, then I'm like, oh my god, I can have a really nice conversation with you, like, really fast. If not, I basically just, like, start rambling and oversharing. And I feel like that's, like, a normal thing. But it's really awkward when the shit you start to overshare is, your fuck-ass Roach comic. Like, yes, that's a great first impression. Thanks for doing that. Why? But yeah, sorry to that one third-year, illustration major person in my, experimental children's book class who is now aware of the Roach comic for some reason. The reason being me. Yeah. Sorry, dude. I swear I'm kind of normal sometimes. But it's okay. Motherfucker, that was like the first thing I told that random dude. Anyways, womp womp. Not my problem. I will deal with the consequences of my actions later. Not now. No. See, the thing is, I'm the socially, like, dysfunctional person here. But it's okay. I don't mind it. It's just like, I don't mind it in the moment. It's just like afterwards when you're like, wait, why did I do that? Like, that's kind of more like how I feel. But you know, it's okay. I don't mind. I've just accepted that, like, I'm a little strange, potentially insane in the membrane, but it's okay. Meh. You'll see. Anyways. Yeah, I do that. I feel like I would have done that if I, you know, attendance wasn't like a good chunk of my fucking grades. I too would never be leaving my house, I fear. Wait, actually no, he needs to be the light. He needs to be the lighter room. Dating sims? Nice. Yeah. Yeah. See, like, I get that, but like, you know, it's interesting. The different types of questionable social abilities we have in the world. Mine is more stems from the fact that I just blank immediately when I talk to people, so I start like just rambling about a lot of bullshit. But you know, that's fine. I don't really mind. I think it's interesting. Sometimes the other person will overshare about themselves too, and then that's when it gets fun. Because then we can start comparing. But you know, to each their own. Also, I will say, dating sims, some of them are like fine, some of them are like really bad. I also got Pringles loaded potato skins naturally flavored, or whatever the fuck, I don't know what this is. I had it like the other day, and it's really, really fucking salty. Like, I don't know what Pringles put in this, but like, y'all, it's not that good. But I have to finish it, right? Because I bought it. So, you know, that's gonna be my snack while I draw, I guess. So if y'all hear crunching sounds, just know that it's fucking Pringles. Okay. On what? The Pringles? I don't know. I don't know. Usually, I feel like usually whenever you get, like, flavored chips, they're like, they taste different from the original flavor in a, like, where it has like a slightly different flavor profile, but like this one, it just tastes like fucking salt. Like, I can't taste like anything else in it. Like, what the fuck do you mean loaded potato skins? Could you get me like something in here? Whatever. Anyways. No, because it's Pringles. So Pringles, their food is basically just like an amalgamation of like crushed chip, like crushed potatoes being like Frankenstein back into a chip. So like, I don't understand why it's so salty. Cause it's just a flavoring. Like, they just make a fucking powder and throw it on there. Anyways, strange thoughts, but whatever. It's like taking a candy from a baby. Anyways. Yes, my little Uke's hands. Yeah, that's valid. I usually, I think, mostly, I think I prefer Lay's. Sometimes I enjoy Miss Vicky's. I like those like kettle type chips where it's like you get a bunch more crunch. But I got this at like 3 in the morning, so I wasn't really thinking straight. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I just want like a good like deal for my chips, because this one, it comes with like a lot of chips per package, which is why I kind of sometimes enjoy Pringles. But you know, but yeah, I definitely will say I preferred like the crunch factor in like Miss Vicky's. It's so nice, especially the fucking sea salt and vinegar chip. Absolute peak. Whoever created that, like, I love you. That shit was my obsession back in like grade 6. Like I would always eat it because we had a vending machine at school, so you know. Yeah, jalapeno is also quite nice. I think it was mostly because we had a lot of the sea salt and vinegar chips. Like everybody was getting them anyways, and I really liked them, so I just kept getting them. But you know. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm not finished her. I need to like color her. So I'll finish up a spread here, like these 2 pages, and then I'll work on her, I think, is what I plan to do this stream. Hopefully it won't take that long, but honestly, I have no trust in myself, so haha. Yeah. I'm going to die a little bit tomorrow, so if y'all don't see me active for like the weekend, just know that I have succumbed to death via fuck-ass animations and a concerning amount of random books that I have to make for class. So you know, don't worry about it too much. I'll be back when the week starts, but I may or may not be conscious / active this weekend. I will basically just be always working. Kill me. I will say, this is like a pretty, simple drawing. It just takes me a while because I don't like, doing black and white drawings that much. But yeah. Yeah, it's better to be busy than bored. But sometimes it's not the best to be too busy. Anyways, this drawing specifically, this panel has to be like pretty but still in the shitty style, you know? Because basically it's him looking at his wife who's reading a book and being like, oh my god, he's so pretty, but also I'm gonna steal that book from him. Anyways, so I gotta like lock in with the vibes, the dead wife vibes of this panel. Art style pretty, but you can acknowledge that he's in. Sorry, art style shitty, but you can acknowledge that he's supposed to be like a pretty character. Kind of like with the cockroach panel, which I was like, oh, this is a gorgeous cockroach. Like, it's kind of in the same vein of like this kind of creature feature. It's kind of what I'm going for here as well. So, you know, like that kind of vibe. Yeah, pretty much. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I need to message, my lovely roach collaborator real quick. I have an idea. Okay, hear me out. So, the character, right, in canon, sacrifices himself quite a bit. So, or like dies and shit, right? So, I propose that we have him pretend to fucking die to run away with the roach. As maybe a part of one of our last acts in the story. Opinions, concerns, you know. I think it's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, that's valid. Oh yeah, you are. Now I think about it, you are new, right? You never heard the full. Have you heard the full story of the roaches yet? Or are you just kind of getting whatever the fuck I'm getting as showing from like the past couple of streams? I feel like you have no context for any of this shit that I'm creating. I can give you context, or you could just like live with, you know, the lack of it. Cool. Okay. So basically, one day I met up with one of my lovely online mutuals because we were like, oh, you're in the same city as me. Shocking, nobody, because this is a very large city. But I was like, oh, you're in the city. And so we decided to have a meetup. And they were showing me like photos, because we're both in the same fandom, right? Orv, sorry to, you know, normal people. But anyways, and so we were talking and she was showing me her Orv dolls. I also have my own. He's a little stupid and his glasses keep falling off. And she was talking, she was showing me this one where she had, Yoo Jung-hyuk as a cockroach in like a cockroach costume. And then we started talking about it, and then it just kind of like went really downhill from there. And that's kind of how we got to the creation of the cockroach comic. And then we obviously, like normal people, started spreading it everywhere. All the Orv Discord servers, you know, just straight up, hello, we got the cockroach comic. But anyways, so we were trying to figure out like how we would make a cockroach story, and then we came up with like, well, we stole the characters from the canon series, and we were like, okay, we're gonna go and change up their roles. We're gonna have like this character married to this character, and then, you know, so we ended up creating lore for it, obviously. So we have our characters so far in the story that we've added that I don't know if we have all of them in it. Wait, what? Yeah? Hi. Questions? Oh, questions can come at any time during the story, of course. Oh, which one was it? I'm curious about what the question was supposed to be. But it's okay. Anyways. Hold on. Gotta like draw in this section. Oh yeah, no, of course. Okay, yeah. So we have I don't know how familiar you are with Ominous Reader's Viewpoint, but that's okay. Cause you might get slightly familiar with it. Not really through any sort of canon, because, you know, whatever the fuck this is not canon. But okay, so we have, how do I explain this? I guess there's kind of novel spoilers ahead, but in the story, Kim Dukcha, which is our lovely dead wife here, or well, I guess he's alive this time for once, is the main character of the story, I guess. I don't really care. It doesn't matter too much. But anyways, so he created, so he also has like a outer god persona version of him. This is not really how to explain the story. I don't really know, how to explain Orv properly. But anyways, so he, oh, fuck my life. Is this right? Okay, so we have Kim Dukcha, and then we have, Yoo Jung-hyuk, who is the, like, protagonist of the novel that he read for, how many years was it? Like, fuck, I don't remember the number. Shit, y'all, I'm failing my Orv trivia, I'm sorry. For probably, I think it was like 13-ish years, I believe. I don't know, something like that. And so the Yoo Jung-hyuk in the novel that he read for all these years, so the novel came true, first of all. And so he met Yoo Jung-hyuk. And that is the love interest character here, as in like the love interest Roach character. Because the love interest current husband character is also Yoo Jung-hyuk, but like his fuck, what number was it? 1863rd turn where he becomes a god in canon. So, you know, he's basically a god right now. And Kim Dukcha is also a god, but obviously neither of them know about this until like way later in the story. It's like a whole, it's weird because there's a lot of time fuckery in the story, but it's okay. What I'm getting at is that basically, the person that our current roach story protagonist here is married to is one of the Yu Hyuks. But it's not the one that he's gonna end up with, because, you know, he's gonna end up as a roach fucker, obviously. That's, like, a good chunk of the plot of our great story, that we've created. But he's going to turn into a roach fucker one day. But the roach fucker is his companion in the actual, like, canon story. I know there's people who ship, like, SP and Kim Duk-cha, but, like, honestly, you know what? I don't really care. We're going by our ships, okay? Anyways, so do you need the background for the characters? I don't really think so. Anyways, basically the god counterparts of the characters turn themselves into humans / cockroach, because Kim Duk-cha's original god version of himself in this story turned himself into a cockroach as, like, a silly little sacrifice thing. Anyways, but that's, like, the general gist of it, I guess. Okay. Anyways, so the characters in the story not necessarily related to their canon, like, plot lines or anything. We have the husband, who is a rich nobleman. Basically there's gonna be a backstory part of it later, where it shows what the fuck is going on here. Where it shows Kim Duk-cha as, like, or sorry, no, like, secretive plotters, like, what do you call it, relationship with Kim Duk-cha when they were younger, that Kim Duk-cha does not remember because he's fucking stupid. I mean, you know, she doesn't remember it. Wait, shit, this was a thing the whole time. Sorry, I'm just, like, realizing this thing right now. Like, these buttons are, like, actual things. And then we have attic wife Kim Duk-cha, who is the main character of the story, obviously. Oh, what the fuck? How do I change this? Is it like this? No, like that. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something real quick. Wait, how do I do this? No. Wait, hold on. I'm doing something wrong here. Okay. That will work, I guess, in my heart. Okay. Okay, characters. This is very oddly written, because we did write this on, like, Google Doc really rapidly. We have characters: rich nobleman SP, who is the husband; roach OD, which will come later in the story; attic wife Kim Duk-cha; roach Yu Hyuk, and then we have orphan kids as well, a witch, and, like, some other characters as well, like a saint and all that, you know, the classics. Yeah, let's go with that. So chapter 1, fuck my life. Okay, so chapter 1 is actually a little different than the comic adaptation of this Google Doc we wrote. Should I do the his face darkens kind of vibe here? Okay, anyways. But basically, the written chapter, we're going a little bit more on the chronological side. We have Kim Duk-cha's dad, right? He was abusive towards his son because he was an illegitimate child. And, like, they were rich at this time period. Or sorry, this point in time. So Kim Duk-cha, like, their family has, like, a lot of servants. Obviously the servants are, like, mistreating Kim Duk-cha, but, like, whatever. And SP, the love interest character here, was once like one of Kim Duk-cha's family servants. And basically he saw him reading in like a garden or some bullshit one day, and then he like hashtag fell in love at first sight. And so he was like, I'm gonna work hard and then become rich and marry Kim Duk-cha to get him out of his household, because he sees like how Kim Duk-cha's like getting mistreated by everybody in this house, right? But anyways, so then there will be some sort of financial thing that happens in this household, like a business getting bankrupt or some bullshit. I don't know how to draw angry faces. Okay, something like this. I'm trying to read this, but it's also like on this like side of my screen. I'm like barely able to read anything that it's on here. Also because these are all jot notes, so I have to like make them into full sentences, which is really annoying. Financial struggles happen, and then so the Duke has to, or sorry, yeah, we made Kim Duk-cha's dad a Duke because I don't know, we felt like it, I guess. Doesn't really matter either way. Financial struggles happen in the household, so Kim Duk-cha gets SP gets laid off because, you know, one, he's a child, so he's kind of fucking useless as a servant anyways. So he gets laid off, and so he skips town after to basically kind of start his own business and like hopefully one day come back to marry Kim Duk-cha. And so after SP leaves, there's obviously still a couple of like servants and stuff left behind, but you know, a lot less. So Kim Duk-cha's still being mistreated in the household, blah blah blah. Fast forward to the present. Needs to be wider? That's true. Yeah. And it doesn't really matter that much, I feel like. No one's expecting great art from this, but anyways, fast forward to the present. The family is still struggling with their finances, obviously. So, Kim Duk-cha's dad ends up basically trying to like sell Kim Duk-cha off. And it was around the same time when SP came back to the town that he grew up in to like pick up, I guess, Kim Duk-cha. Obviously Kim Duk-cha doesn't fucking remember him because, you know, he's just one of the many servants in the household. And it's not like they had like a proper interaction before then anyways. So Kim Duk-cha gets like basically sold off by his father to SP. And so he thinks that this is like an arranged marriage. Oh, my husband will never love me. Like, I better like stay out of his sight, just do my little duties, or I don't know what the fuck people do. And so that was basically his thought process, right? Sorry. Oh, that's why. I was like, where's my hatching lines? Anyways. Okay. What else did I write here? Yeah. Hello again. I guess. How's Mexico? I'm kind of talking about this like really questionable comic, but except I'm not great at, you know, doing the explanation part of things. Um, yeah, for context, by the way, our text is generally hard to tell if that's a person in chat. Oh, yeah, no, I don't know either. I don't really care that much. Also, just letting you know, for context, it's a little bit hard for me to, like, explain the plot, without, like, some prior knowledge of the series, but I also don't want to, like, talk too much about the series, because then it's, like, some parts is irrelevant to the plot. So it's, like, a really bad balancing act, and also, our fucking Google Docs literally says, meanwhile, Kim Duk-chan, meanwhile, doesn't know about any of these mind games and thinks his life is cooked, and hey, at least you can cope with it by reading books, right? Hahaha, spoilers, no. Like, this is literally how we have it in the document right now, so it's a little questionable in terms of, like, how legible it is, but that's not the point. Basically, cute wedding scene of, okay, so SP, like, basically, during the wedding, this isn't shown in, this story just yet, because, we are looking at it through Kim Duk-cha's perspective right now, and, we are not doing any type of flashback to SP right now, but basically, SP, during the wedding, was actually, like, simping over, like, Kim Duk-cha being like, oh my god, he's so pretty, or, like, oh, can't believe, like, I could finally, like, get him as my wife, or whatever, you know, like, regular ass loser behavior. But then Kim Duk-cha thinks, like, oh, like, he hates me, and I'm being sold off by my dad, and blah blah blah. And then it says, fast forward to their married life. It's really awkward, because both of them, they're like, you know, they're not great communicators, just generally speaking, but especially, because of this, like, misunderstanding that, like, one of them's like, oh my god, my wife is so pretty, or whatever, and the other one's like, oh my fucking god, like, he's gonna kill me. Anyways, so SP basically just kind of, like, lets him do whatever he wants. Not really, but, like, in the sense that, like, he's not supposed to be able, he's not supposed to read or whatever, but, like, SP was pretty, like, chill-ish at the start of the marriage. He basically keeps going on random business trips. That's, like, a big part of the plot, where he just keeps going on random ass business trips because he's like, oh, I'm making, like, I need to like keep up with this, like, having a lot of money so that Kim Duk-cha can live the life he wants, brackets minus, like, having any human interaction or, like, being able to read, because he doesn't want reading, like, books or anything to be, like, more important to him than, like, he is, because Kim Duk-cha really likes reading, but he's like, no, he cannot like anything more than he can like me. So he gets all his books taken away from him. And that was, like, his only, like, hobby / comfort or whatever. So, you know, they're not the greatest dude, but they're also, like, not great at communicating either, cause Kim Duk-cha is like, oh, well, I can't do anything about it because I'm basically sold here as merchandise. In a sense. So Kim Duk-cha gets depressed, and he can't really do anything because he's not really allowed to, like, go outside either. Oh, well, he's allowed to go get groceries, but he's not really, like, supposed to have any friends, or at least, like, his friends just keep mysteriously disappearing, or anything. Basically, SP just doesn't want Kim Duk-cha to be happier, around anything but him. So he ends up just taking up a hobby of cooking. Oh, song name? Here. It's by Yaosobi, and it's like a piano rendition. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Here we go. Oh, anyways, so okay, right, I will say a lot of the things we come up with this for this story was like talked about, then we didn't bother writing it down, so sometimes I just like remember stuff. But anyways, so Kim Duk-ja, he takes up cooking as a hobby because at least cooking he can read cookbooks, and that's like the only kind of book he's able to read during this time because, you know, all his books are basically confiscated. And one day while he's cooking in the kitchen, he sees a fucking cockroach and he starts to try to kill it. But he fails, obviously, because our cockroach has protagonist powers. So, you know, that's just kind of how that one ends. That's the end of the first act of the story. And then the second act of the story, second chapter of the story, not really act, that's like a different thing. Second chapter of the story is the part where we're drawing right now, where Kim Duk-ja is like, you know, doing his thing, and this time he's going out to go get groceries, right? And so while he's going out to get groceries, he actually finds, he was like, you know, just getting his stuff, and then he saw, oh, there's a book, and he was like, oh, my husband's not gonna be here for a little while because he's going on a business trip. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy this random book, and read it while I get home. So he goes home and he reads it, and he kind of like, obviously he loses track of time because he really likes reading. And also there's a thunderstorm happening, so SP's trip gets canceled. Like his little business trip, he was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna go. So he comes back home and he's like, oh, the house is so silent, like, I don't see my wife anywhere, basically. Hold on. But yeah, he's basically like, oh, I don't see my wife anywhere, like, where did he go? So he's walking around the house and then, like, searching for him, because usually he's in the kitchen, right? And he finds that he's not in the kitchen, so he's, like, looking around, and he finds him, like, in another room. I think we were originally writing it as the bedroom, or something, but I'm not actually 100% sure, where he's just in a room, and he's reading. And so SP's like, what the fuck? And he gets mad, and then he has, like, a really bad argument with him. And he's like, I'm taking this book away, you can't read anymore. And because they are dog shit at communicating, he also doesn't, like, say anything else. He basically just bans him from reading and going outside for, you know, some sort of time. And then he just, like, leaves the house, basically. He basically just, like, yells at him, then leaves. He, like, storms out. And Kim Duk-ja starts crying because, you know, probably pretty standard reaction for, if you just got yelled at by some dude just for, like, reading a book. So then he, oh, fuck, Jesus Christ, okay, so then he's, like, crying, and I don't, why did we write in the kitchen? Maybe he just went to the kitchen or something, I don't remember. Either way, he magically teleported to the kitchen, that's not the point. And then the cockroach comes by, and he's like, he was about to go bother Kim Duk-ja, because, you know, that's just what the cockroach does. He's like, I have nothing better to do with my life, so I'm gonna go bother this random ass human who keeps trying to kill me. And so he goes to bother Kim Duk-ja, but he's like, oh, he's crying. And so the cockroach is like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm a fucking cockroach. Oh, by the way, at this point in time, the cockroach has no memory of his... Wait, no, he does have memories of his past. Fuck, whatever. Okay, I guess the cockroach does know he's human. He was a human at one point in time. Basically, he's a cockroach, though, at this point in time. And so he's like, okay, what do I do? Like, how do I cheer him up? Like, I don't want to see him sad. So he basically climbs to, like, some part of the kitchen, and he finds this, like, cookie jar or whatever. And so he steals the cookie crumbs from it, and he, like, places them into a heart shape on the floor around in front of Kim Duk-ja. And so he And then the cockroach just starts like sprinting around the heart shape, and being like, look at this, look at this. So then Kim Duk-cha sees it and he's like, oh wow, the cockroach is like cheering me up, but also this cockroach can understand me. Shocked emoji. So then he tries to so he, you know, tests it out a little bit. He'd be like, hey, could you like get this, or like spin in a circle, play dead, you know, like regular cockroach stuff. Or basically how you train a dog is how you train a cockroach here. And that's basically like what he does. And then from that day on, the cockroach and Kim Duk-cha ends up basically becoming friends because fuck, sorry. I keep getting these goddamn ads. Anyways. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then basically they just get like, you just cue a montage of them just having fun and like being friends or like whatever, building a nice amicable relationship between the cockroach and the human here, until one day, while they're just goofing off in the kitchen, you know, cockroach still can't communicate, suddenly SP like comes back home and he's like, I hear random sounds coming from the kitchen, blah blah blah. So he's like, I wonder what that is. So then he walks towards the kitchen, and then he comes into the house and he's like, oh, I once again don't see my wife anywhere. I wonder where he went. He goes to the kitchen and he hears his wife laughing, and he's like, oh my god, who is he laughing with? Like, what is this? Okay. What was it? Oh yeah. Walks to the kitchen and then he sees his wife giggling with a cockroach. Chapter 3, he lost the plot. What the fuck? Why does it say he's confused and lost the plot? Okay. Anyways, basically Kim Duk-cha hears, like, basically obviously he sees his wife talking, flirting, question mark, with a cockroach right now. And then he hears a voice in his head being like, oh my fucking god, it's that bastard of a husband again. And he looks around being like, what the fuck? Like, where's that sound coming from? And he sees it's a fucking cockroach and he's like, what? And then he tries to kill the cockroach. And then Kim Duk-cha stands up for himself for the first time. And then, you know, and then I wrote insert SP's backstory at this point. Chapter 4, I don't know what the fuck. Chapter 3 is like kind of like a retcon of some of the lore in here. Anyways, not the point. Chapter 4 is back to Kim Duk-cha's POV, and this time it's another day when he, after his, you know, basically grounding, he goes back to, sorry, I'm trying to draw this and I'm bad at this. Wait. Something like this, I guess. Oh yeah, so he gets basically ungrounded slash unlocked in the house, and he's actually able to go out again. So he's going out to buy groceries again, and then he, cause SP's on a business trip again, so you can't really say anything about it. And he sees these two orphan children, and so he offers them food because, you know, he's still like a decent dude. and then the children end up and then the decides to let the children back to his house for a little bit because, you know, his husband's still not here, right? And so oh yeah, he goes to the kitchen, stores his groceries, and then oh yeah, one of the characters, Lee Gyu-young, he starts hearing voices in his head. Very similar to how Secret of Slaughter SP was able to hear voices. Is still the cockroach. He is like, who the fuck is that third voice here? Basically it's just Roach Hyuk's synthing thoughts. And he's like, what the fuck is this? Cause, you know, he's just a child and he's like hella confused. And then they just leave, and that's the end of chapter 4. And then chapter 5 is where SP is at home, and then Kim is worried about SP not letting him in the kitchen. Oh, and then Kim Do-cha looks for Roach Hyuk because that's what they do, I guess, in the kitchen. I don't fucking know. And oh yeah, Roach Hyuk is like, feels like really, really guilty about this situation, where it's like really awkward with him and his husband now because of the fact that there's a cockroach meddling in the relationship, I guess. Is that the correct term for it? I don't know. Also, please excuse the Bermuda Triangle sized shoulders here. It's an artistic choice on my end, okay? I don't know what the fuck it says. Oh yeah, basically the Roach is happy that Kim Do-cha is not mad at him because he was hiding earlier for a really long time. So yeah, and then the kids are out Kim Do-cha's out shopping again. He meets the kids. The kids are like the kids are brought back into the house because Kim Do-cha's like, you know what, I might as well let them meet the Roach guy. Oops. So he ends up meeting the Roach. The kids ends up meeting the Roach, and that's when Lee Gyu-young ends up figuring out that he can talk to cockroaches and bugs. Well, actually, no, he could talk to bugs before. He could, like, feel their emotions and stuff. But because the bugs itself weren't, like, necessarily, like, conscious creatures, unlike the cockroach, because the cockroach, there's a little backstory to it. Oh, no. The shoulders are the shoulders. I don't see an issue with the size of the shoulders. Hold on. I'm praying to God that my explanation for this makes sense right now. But also I know damn well it doesn't. Because I'm very scatterbrained right now, but it's okay. Oh, and then we have some other side plots because we just gave up. Great question. Maybe, but he also does have both the ass and the tits in the relationship, and the shoulders. Like, the story makes sense? Probably, but honestly, who cares? Oh, yeah. And then we have other side plots in the story that we haven't added into chapters yet because we didn't do the middle part. We did, like, the beginning and the end, and we just had not filled in all the middle parts. But the middle parts will have a lot of other characters take part in the story. Anyways, so we have Han So-young, who was a witch / a goddess at one point, who was also, like, besties with past Kim Duk-ja and past Yoo Jun-hyuk, slash OD slash SP. It depends. It really depends on what you want to call them at this point in time. She meets SP during a carriage ride because he's going on business and stuff. And then I have Kim Duk-ja and Yoo Sung-ah meet while Yoo Sung-ah is taking care of the kids, and then Uriel just jumps on Kim Duk-ja. And then we have the roaches basically turning into were-roaches by the end of the story, where they can like turn both into like a human and also a cockroach, except they have to turn into a cockroach every like full moon or some bullshit like that, because they're currently like a single soul split into two, but it was like fine because it's like a soul of a god, so it's like they kind of have a lot more not restrictions, like freedom with it, so you know. And then we also have other random stuff like Roach Hyuk going into SP's body from time to time just to fuck around. There's gonna be a gender swap situation at one point, because it is also canon in the story, so we were like, you know what, we want our pretty hot woman back. Also, I know it's not shown yet, but I do also, whenever I plan to draw the girls, I'm probably gonna draw them in like a really regular like proportions, and then all the guys will just be fucked. With that nice 90-degree nose. But yeah, that's like kind of the gist of the plot, I think. But like, there's a lot of like random shit that's also written in here as like potential plot points. Like, there's a whole past life situation that'll like be explored in potential side stories. This is a whole like universe. This is like a whole thing that we created. So, you know, stay tuned for bullshit, I guess. This is pretty solid, right? He's built more like a wall, thank you very much. I feel like a book is pretty small compared to his actual size. In my humble opinion, of course.
Querido invierno, Toyota no se cansa de ti, porque Toyota tiene 25 vehículos con tracción permanente en las 4 ruedas y tracción en las 4 ruedas, más que cualquier otra marca de autos. Hasta siempre.
Oh my god, I don't like middle.
Basado en las páginas web de los fabricantes a partir del 2010-25.
There you go, that's better. Thank you. We do try our best to be unique. There'll be more plot points in it, but whatever, honestly. Who cares? Fuck. Also, please ignore the lack of text in the comic. I am really not good at coming up with text, and I feel like it's more funny to watch this in the same way you would watch a silent film. You know, because it's obviously the same artistic quality here being portrayed. But yeah. Yeah, there's not really dialogue. I'm just not good at writing dialogue. So honestly, if I count, if I count like all the words, there, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So far, 14 words in chapter 2. Yeah, and the title is still longer than the amount of words in the fucking story so far. Like, or at least per chapter. The first chapter had like what? I don't know how many words. To be continued. 3, 4. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 words in chapter 1. Like, if we include like every like written thing possible. Yeah. I personally find it really funny. But you know. I'll probably have more than enough. I'll have more words this time than the first chapter. Even though 3 of the, like, so far, like, 5 or 6 of the words are literally just from the fact that I wrote "this is a book, ubu" and book a couple of times. And everything else is just sound effects, so no dialogue, y'all. Yeah, it is interesting. That's honestly why I think comics are honestly, art. I just think a lot of illustrations are really interesting in the way that they're able to tell stories. Comics are obviously like very obviously for storytelling. Usually they're more like text and like art based. But there's obviously like a couple that are just like purely just drawn. But like one of the things you actually hear a lot as like if you're in illustration and stuff is, or at least like when you're learning to draw, is like how do you make a drawing tell a story in general. It could be like the props that you add in the story, or like the character's expression, the lighting, and it's honestly pretty interesting. So sometimes you can communicate like a story without even having to like write any dialogue, and I think it's really interesting when you do that. So, you know, I usually don't like drawing with text because I don't like doing it. I don't like adding text because I don't like writing, but also I find it more fun and more of a challenge to like try and communicate everything through just the drawings, you know? I think it's fun. Like, all my characters, you can kind of guess their stories based off of my drawings of them, and that's kind of how I piece them together. So some of them, they do have like a chronological story, but you can't really tell, so it's fun. I like it. Whoa. Whoa. You can do a manga gradient? That's crazy. Sorry. I just found this button. Oh, that's a 2-hour mark. There is no logic in this house. I don't know if you can tell. Yes, answer. Not really. I don't think so. I don't particularly read comics. I'm definitely much more of a manhwa manga reader. But I don't have a particular artist that I, like, look up to, really. Because I find it hard sometimes because, like, some, like, stories, it's like somebody else made the story, somebody else just illustrated it, so it's like, oh, the art style's nice, but the story is kind of dog shit. Sorry. Sometimes it's like the other way around, or like, oh, I really like the art style, but or like I really like the story, but I really don't care for the art style. So, you know, I don't know. I don't really have a particular one. Like, I have stories that I like, but it's not like I'm necessarily like a fan of the artist or like a fan of the writer in particular. Anyways, I think that is chapter 2. Got 2 more pages of it. That's good. I'll just screenshot this for myself real quick. Oh, basically I just said no, not really. But like, yeah. I like mangas, manhwas, but I don't have a particular artist in that I like more than like others, you know. So I gotta crop this. Okay. Wait, no, it's shit. It's this page first. Whoops. Huh. There we go. Yeah. I like certain like writers of stories. Like sometimes I enjoy their writing, but sometimes I don't, and then sometimes I like the like sometimes I like the art, but I think the story's plot is stupid. A lot of the times, honestly, that's one of the things that I have to deal with, where it's like the art style is so nice, but the story is not nice at all. Which I find to be a problem personally, because I'm just like, why would you create such, like, why this is artwork so nice and then the story is just so boring or like cliche, and I'm like, you know, but I don't know. Wait, I gotta screenshot these. Yeah, no, sometimes it's because they're adapting like a story somebody else made, which makes it so that they have to follow like the plot of that story, and sometimes it's just not a great adaptation in general, or like just not a great like original source material story. But you know, it really depends, I feel like. Anyways. Um, I find most artists to be pretty good storytellers. It's just sometimes the stories are boring. Anyways, I have finished that thing. I'm gonna just change the stream title real quick. But then again, I will say a lot of I'm very biased towards like mangas and manhwas because that's the type of stories that I personally consume. Um, but you know, yeah, honestly, I think I locked in with the lighting. It's like just the basic shading, but you know what? It's a good base to start with. Um, hmm. Okay, that's gonna be the base. Then I can color on top of it after. Should come on darker, just a little bit darker. Mm, that works. I will not lie though, I genuinely have no idea what possessed me last time in my last drawing. Um, so I might struggle a little bit trying to render this one, but that's okay. Let me search that one up. I don't think I've read it. Oh wait, no, I've seen this before. Of course I've seen this before. Yeah. This artist's art style is so extremely distinct. Of course I've seen this before. Yeah, it's interesting. I like seeing art. I'm definitely very into like, well, I mean, now I'm taking 2 children's book classes. So, um I'm taking one children's book, one artist book class. Either way, I'm taking book classes, and one of them is focused on just children's books and stuff. And I think it's so fascinating the way like you have to illustrate for it. Um, but you know, thank you. It was an accident, but you know what? I guess we're keeping it. Hmm. Oh, there we go. I was like, why are my colors not working today? Oh fuck! Wait, wrong button. Where's my? Oh, that's where my stash is from. I was like, what was my short key for it again? F chord. Anyways. No, no more stash. The stash is fun, but you can't like see any of the mouth movements. Which I mean, maybe you don't want to see it, but you know. Great loss, yeah. Haha. There's a redeem on here that's just new hat, which the stash is a part of. So I usually just like wait until somebody redeems it before putting it on. But sometimes because it's for me it's a shift 9, so it's the bracket. Sometimes I would accidentally be typing something, and then it just appears when I'm streaming. But it's okay. How am I gonna draw this? I'm thinking of like how to do this. Like how am I supposed to render the folds and stuff? Anyways, I'm out of chips, finally. Jesus. I'm freed!
Ready to score? Target's got new hosting wins everyone.
And then the fabric would go from here downwards as well. Maybe some level of tension here too. Oh no, it's fine. I don't need one. I'm okay with it. It's just sometimes I realize that I'm still streaming and I didn't mute the ad. So I feel bad for you guys for listening to the ads. I personally don't mind it that much. I think I've just gotten used to just hearing ads all the time. So, you know. I'm like okay with it. It doesn't bother me that much. Um Except for this one super tutor ad, I think it's stupid. I just think the concept of the ad is stupid. Um, like, geez, Robin has become a math whiz. Like, fuck off. Like, nobody gives a shit. Like, why? Also, why am I being targeted towards? I don't take math. I have not taken math in like 3 or 4 years. I don't know what they want from me. That's like the only ad that's like bothering me right now. But like, other than that, I'm like good. Jesus Christ, Robin, I don't give a fuck about your math progress, okay? Anyways. Oh, that's crazy. I don't take calc. Like, I don't know why it's appeared on my side. Cause I literally just take art courses in like bookmaking courses. Like, like what do they want from me? Oh, the AIs? Yeah, I just ignore those ones. I fucking hate like any type of those stupid AI videos. I'm like, I don't want base 44. Like, shut up. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, yeah. Probably College Board, honestly. I'll blame College Board for it. Yeah. Either way, it doesn't matter that much to me. It's just like sometimes a little annoying because I don't really like AI ads. Not a particular fan of AI, just like generally speaking, so. Yeah. I think a lot of things. I don't I think a lot of the college application process was a little questionable, um, to say the least. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do to get your fucking degree, you know? Just gotta accept it. Also, should I have deleted my College Board account since I don't plan to apply anymore? Probably, right? Anyways, whatever. Yeah, I'm like, maybe I'll wait until I graduate to delete it. Because then afterwards, I'm like, there's no point. But, like, in the very tiny, low chance that I might want to, like, do something with that, then maybe. But I don't think I want to deal with College Board that much. But, you know, I can look up my old essays. Ugh, disgusting. Kidding. Hopefully not. I don't know if they have access to that still. I don't want to say that. My college essays should be like burned in a bucket somewhere far away from here. Um, I have no idea how to render clothes. Again, maybe my brain just decided to shut up today, so. I'm on my own, chat.
The 2026 Chevy Equinox is ready for your daily drives, weekend getaways, and everything in between.
You know what? I'm gonna go look for a longer playlist. Just so I don't have to deal with that later. There we go. Yeah, no, I don't have a car, you know? Like I'm really not the target audience for cars. I don't have the income. I don't have a reason to drive a car. I don't live in a place where I have a place to put a car. Like, What the fuck am I gonna do in a car with a car in New York City? Where the fuck am I gonna put it? Not in my apartment, I'll tell you that much. Uh, anyways. And the only time I need a car is when I'm back in Canada. But like, I just use my dad's car, you know, like. We don't have extra space in the garage or like on the driveway because my cousin lives there with us, so he has his car there, and then my mom's car and then my dad's car, so we have 3 cars in our house anyways. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. That's the same with me. I just take a 20 minutes on the subway and I'm good to go pretty much. Yeah. There doesn't seem to be much subways in literally any other part of America either, for some reason. For a country built off of like their railroads, you'd really think they would have a better like train infrastructure by now. But no, they destroyed those railroads for those fuck ass interstate like roads. So, oh well. Hmm. I see. Where even is Alabama? Like, genuine question. Hold on, let me search it up on the map because I actually have no idea where Alabama is. Like, there's so many jokes about Alabama, but I have no idea where it is in relation to like anything else. Oh, it's right next to Florida. You know what? That checks. That really does check. Y'all American terms for your geography is confusing enough as it is. Just I'd much rather it be like northwest of, you know, a state or south of this state or something like that instead of whatever the fuck the deep south is. I don't know where the hell the deep south is. I'm not from here. Those are not terms we use to describe America. We're just like, oh, it's like this far from this random major city. Okay, but please note that I do not know nearly enough about American geography for that. Or history. Like, I am not from here, y'all. I literally, all I know is like very basic information. Hmm. How do I do this part? Try to think of those type of shirts, like how it would work on this part of the shirt, like how it would fold. Probably like upwards to downwards, right? I don't know how far we're gonna get into the rendering of this before I start to like slowly lose it. So, you know, just ahead of time, I will most likely not finish this stream. It'll just be like me working on it, and then I might finish it off screen, same thing. Um, Later. But yeah, this will definitely probably be the last stream of this drawing in particular, I think. Because I just feel like I should move on to something else next time. Um, but yeah, just letting y'all know ahead of time. Yeah. We're pretty, I think we're in the same time zone, right? Yeah, we're in the same time zone. No? Are you Central Time? Or what is it called? Central Time? Mountain Time? Oh, damn, that's crazy. Huh. Oh, I was thinking of like Georgia instead. Cause that part might be in PST. Sure, okay, sure. Whatever you believe, PST is sorry, EST is definitely superior, but whatever. Oh, you're in the same time zone as my brother then. Except he's somewhere. In America. I don't know. There we go, something like this, right? Should I make it brighter? Yeah, I feel like I should make this part brighter. I don't really know how to color frills, or maybe I'm just going crazy right now. Um, I'm like leaning back on my chair right now, so that's why I moved the camera to be a bit closer to me. Lol. Why? Why must you fail me like this? Okay, here. Hmm? Oops, I failed. Nurse. Anyways. I don't know how button works. I really should. I wear so many clothes with a lot of buttons. I feel like I should be better at this part, but it's okay. Locking in with the clothing renderer. Whatever. How do frills work? I feel like I'm stupid. Why did my thing disappear? Hello? That was weird. Anyways. I'm just like jumping around right now. In like random parts of this. But it's okay. No, literally I am, yeah. But that's okay. Sometimes a girl's just gotta do what a girl's just gotta do. And my brain is empty most of the time anyway, so it's fine. I was thinking if I wanted to also add like the little lines in here or not. I don't know. Maybe. Like like these guys down here. I'll add it just for like some faint texture, I guess. Nice. I just realized I actually have no idea how I'm gonna color certain parts of this. That's okay. The lighting here is so dramatic, and for what? Literally, what is the reason? But it's okay. Okay, well, yeah. I guess she's kind of a little. Well, she's not really a dramatic character. She's like a dead character, so it's like fine. The drama, it's not supposed. Well, I guess I accidentally made it too dramatic by adding the lighting, but she's not really supposed to be this dramatic. Um, it's supposed to be more of like a like life leaving the eyes situation as opposed to like a oh my god, I fainted. Hashtag, this is definitely not so I can get out of talking with people. Old Victorian ladies style.
새해 변함없는 맥도날드의 엑스트라 밸류 밀스. 지금 스낵 랩 2개.
Sorry, the McDonald's ad is really long. There we go. Did you what? Yeah, it's in Korean. I think it's cuz I live near K-Town. So there's a big Korean population nearby. So that's probably why. I got a random ass Korean ad. I'm not used to it. I will say I'm definitely much more used to random Chinese McDonald's ads. Cuz whenever you're in China, you get Chinese McDonald's ads. They're interesting. What is the logic in... You can't really do the Y ear thing here, can you? Guess you can. Try to figure out logically like how elf ears would work. Something like this, right? That feels somewhat logical to y'all. I don't know, maybe. Feels like it to me. Still a little weird, but then again, elf ears are originally a little weird anyways, so I don't really mind it that much. Okay, cool, that's good. Nice. Like this, I think. I'm gonna blur this part out. Okay.
Show me
There we go. Nice. Okay. Honestly, this is a very fun way to render. I will not lie. It's very time consuming, but it's also really fun. So I kind of fuck with it. Hmm? Nice. Nice. Might add a extra layer of shadow just here. Nice. Okay, let me badly render the hair, because I don't really understand how hair works. 3 hours.
Going up my tube, burns the hair in my nose, but we fought hand in paw. Now you pull.
I will not lie, the hair does not make sense, but I don't really know how to draw hair. So, my bad. Oh, I love this song. I don't know the name though. I have it on a playlist, but whatever. Hmm? No, no. I listen to when was I don't really listen to English music anyways. Um, it's actually it's region based, but you know, ad changes are region based. I think it's just because of where I currently at. Oh fuck! I was wondering why that looked weird. No, wait, maybe it is. I don't know. I remember during my K-pop phase, I got a lot of like, Korean ads, but no, well, doesn't really matter that much either way in the end. Cause I don't give a fuck about the ads anyways. It's not like I'm gonna buy something from them.
People have lots of opinions when it comes to our bodies.
Every time I see a MAC ad, I always think of how dry their lipsticks are. It's like, why are you promoting your lipsticks? They're always so fucking dry. Sorry, my mom gets a lot of MAC products, so I steal sometimes, and the formula's always so fucking dry. To be fair though, I'm not a fan of lipstick anyways, but Jesus, dry. Anyways. Classical grind, classical music. Don't worry, I also got that as well. I'm pretty, I think, liberal with my music. I just play whatever I have at the moment. I have a whole playlist that's dedicated just to choir music. Um, but most specifically choir music that I've sung during my high school years. So you know. How the hell does hair work? I'm so confused. I feel like hair is always one of the hardest things I draw. I just don't get it. But that's okay. Nice. I will say I don't listen to enough to really have an opinion on certain composers yet, so you know. Oh, nice. I took well, art. Visual arts as my art credits throughout like high school. Um I did choir on the side for like not like a class, it was like more of a club thing. Um but yeah, that was kind of my experience, I guess. But choir is a little weird because a lot of the time you don't really sing like anything too classical. It's very just like contemporary songs mostly, I guess. Oh, nice. Yeah, our school only had one choir, and it was just like co-ed. But outside of school, did I did a girls choir. It was very fun. The songs were much more fun in the outside of school choir because I feel like this one in school we had much more limited time. So we only had like maybe like an hour to rehearse every week, but the other one we had like 2 hours pretty much to rehearse every week. Um, which really does stack up, but you know, it was fun. I will say I still do miss choir sometimes. It was a fun experience, but I don't obviously have the confidence to like go and like find one now. 'Cause you know, I think I don't really have the time to practice, and also it's just like I don't know. I just don't feel like I want to do an audition because I feel like a lot of choirs once you grow up you have to like do like auditions and stuff for it. Um, because, you know, they actually like do stuff, not just small like events. Especially not in this city. That would be hell to look for. But you know. That's crazy. Honestly, yeah. Time is impossible to find. Or, well, technically, okay. The thing is, my schedule, technically speaking, is like less busy than my high school schedule. But, like, I feel like I just get so much more tired now. Like, after every class, like, the first thing I want to do is just pass out, you know? Instead of, oh, I have, like, an extracurricular or whatever. Back in high school, I had, like, a bunch of random extracurriculars. Now I'm, like, I go back to my apartment, and I'm, like, first thing I want to do is pass the fuck out. Like, I'm not motivated to do anything. Like, I just need to sleep. Yeah, I guess so. Because I was like, how was I doing, like, 8 hour like school days and like I don't actually know how long my school days were, but I would like get out of bed at like I would leave my house at 7:30 and then I would get back at like 6, every well usually 5:30 honestly. Usually I get back at like, or no, I do get back at 6. I get back at 6 from my um from school, and then I have like extracurriculars after that. And I was like, how did I do that back in high school? Truly magical. Yeah, no, literally. I didn't have time for a 2 hour nap because, like, okay, my school, they made it so that we have to, well, our classes start at like 8:45. Yeah, 8:45 or so. I leave my house at 7:37, and then I take an hour on the bus to get to school, and then I go from school all the way until, like, all my classes are until about, I believe, like 3:40, 3:50, and then we have mandatory extracurriculars at school until 5, and then I have to wait until the bus at 5 that comes at 5:30 because it's a school bus, and then take that back home and then arrive back home at 6, and then depending on the day I would usually have like 1 to 2 hour classes afterwards, and then ignore how long it takes me to do homework. And then I also had like in grade in like grade 11 and 12, because I was applying to art school, I also had to do portfolios and stuff, so I had portfolio prep for 12 hours every weekend, and it was just not fun. And I was like, how did I do that? And I'm just like, now I'm like, I can't do this. But it's okay. And that was pretty much just like my school schedule. I think I guess it depended on what time of like my high school it was, but I remember I had like 2 hours of like this English tutoring thingy mabobber. I think it was like Tuesday or something, and then I had 2 hours of like choir on Mondays, and then it just increasingly gets worse. And I had some like other classes as well. I don't remember what they were though. They were really not memorable. And then like obviously college prep as well at one point. But yeah, it was not fun. And at in my high school, like after once I got into grade 12, we had to live in the school, and I ended up being in like 6 clubs that year. um which was, a choice on my end. And my clubs, one of them, they would run from like Mondays after like for 2 hours. I'd had other ones that were running during school time, and then it was just not fun. And then in Canada, I don't know if it's the same in America, but in Canada we have mandatory volunteer hours that we have to volunteer/service hours that we have to do as well. So every year we had to do like at least like 20 something, I think, over the year. But I always ended up doing like 50 hours of volunteering. That was weird. But it was fun. Like I enjoyed it. I found the volunteering time as like a break time because I didn't have anything else to do, but during that time, except just like draw and make like arts and crafts and stuff and help other people make arts and crafts. But not fun. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. I don't want to go back to high school ever. Mine, I actually did 4-hour volunteer days whenever I did them because I wanted to do less of them. So I just like chose like one day out of a month to just do it. Um, so, mine was very much not quick, sadly. But yeah. But I will say it was very fun. I genuinely enjoyed that. Um, I think like because I volunteered in an art gallery, so like all except I would like help set up workshops and stuff. And that was basically just all I did. It was very fun. But that was back in high school. Is this just all beepa doopy? Guess so. Anyways, I think I'm gonna give up for today. I think I got pretty far on the rendering. I just don't want to do the rest of it right now. Um, cause it seems like a lot of work, and then I also have to figure out the background, so. Anyways, I'm just gonna call it a day for now. I will see you guys sometime next time, whenever that is. But yeah, I'm gonna give up on the drawing for now. Alright, anyways, Bye bye.